close the door and just let everything else kind of fade to the background. Day 2 of 30 days in a row of community yoga, where I come to you from my mat, you join me from yours, and we move through a practice designed to bring us together as a community, even as we're apart, to bring us some peace in solitude. I'm quite introverted and a homebody by nature, but even I miss going outside and seeing the people. And so I can just imagine how it must feel to be a person who's really out in the world all of the time, and now all of a sudden you're inside, and you just kind of have to make peace with that, because we don't know what's going on or how long it'll last. And so we come to our yoga mat for consistency. We come to our yoga mat for comfort and for constancy in a world that is ever changing and just unknown right now. So we come to rely on the things that are faithful to us, our breath, our body, and being able to close our eyes and connect to others in this hour, this 9 to 10 hour in West Dallas, our time. But wherever you're connecting from, just know that, or whenever you're connecting, these videos do go up onto YouTube and onto our website, so that you can take it whenever you can. Join us for these days, even when you can't join us live. But when you can, I really encourage you to find your way to your mat, to join us here from 9 to 10 every day, and we'll close our eyes and get connected. And that's where we'll start today. So finding a nice easy pose, a nice long spine. If cross legs don't work for you, you can come to kneeling position. You can stretch the legs out long. But we're gonna start off in a nice tall spine. Just become comfortable in your seat. You can sit on your blanket or your blocks. You can even come to sit in a sturdy chair, not on a couch where you might sink in, but you can sit on a sturdy chair. If getting on and off the ground is hard for you, you can modify almost all of these poses for the chair. And as you come to find your comfortable seat in your long, tall spine, let your eyes close and your awareness start to turn inward. Start to notice yourself as a skeleton, as a set of muscles and tendons and ligaments holding the skeleton together, helping it to move. Notice how you're stacking up from the sit bones to the shoulders to the crown of the head. Relax your jaw, relax tension in your face. Flip your hands down, palms down, just curling the fingers around the knees. This is a very grounding position for the hands, this place to find steadiness in a world of chaos. And now that you've noticed how your bones are sitting, how your muscles and joints are, turn inward even more and notice how you're breathing. As you inhale, feel the belly expand and bring space into your stomach, your spleen, your intestines. Exhale, feel the body settle again into the space that you've created for yourself, this space of safety and steadiness. Inhale, feel that belly expand, bringing space into the organs. Pull the breath up into the heart, expand into those lungs. And as you exhale again, notice how your bones are stacking up, this quieting sensation for the body. The belly opens, bringing space. The heart opens, bringing lift. The throat opens, helping you to clear. Exhale slowly. And then pause here, just noticing how you're breathing, how you're sitting, and how you're starting to open up that energy. And bring awareness into your heart center. And let's flip our palms up. Thumb and first finger come to touch, and bring the pad of the thumb to the fingernail of the index finger, almost like you're gonna flick somebody in the ear. And stretch the fingers out. Crown of the head reaches up. And awareness at your heart center, and remembering that your heart center travels down through your arms into your palms. So here we're focusing the love outward, but also inward and upward toward the brain, toward our higher centers, as one of my teachers likes to call our brain. And let your heart connect to everyone here in this virtual room, in this virtual reality that we're living in. Feel some expansion right there at the heart center. And if you're a visual person, the color of the heart center is green. Any green you can think of. You are not limited by, the 12 pack of colors. You're limited only by your imagination. Extending that green outward and letting it come back and fill you up. Kindergarten teaches us that we are what we eat. Yoga teaches us that we are what we think. So as you expand your heart here to join the hearts of everyone else around, just know you're not alone in your solitude. Know that you're not alone at all. We have each other. We have this community, and we'll continue to be here over and over, just lifting each other and finding this space of constancy. Bring your hands to your heart. Palms pressed together, fingers pressed together. Tuck your chin to your chest as though you're bowing your head inward. Just take a moment here and thank yourself for showing up today, this Sunday morning, this beautiful day where the birds are singing and the sun is almost shining. Thank yourself for being here to create a better today and a better tomorrow in your life. And take those hands, lift your face, and bring your arms all the way out, palms pressed toward knees, spread out through the fingers. And imagine that you are giving the entire world a hug here, and imagine that you're getting a hug back. Even though our bodies are supposed to stay 6 feet away from each other, our energy can reach to those limitless places on the earth. Sunday's class, if you haven't already realized, is very much a heart-opening class. This place where we can expand inward, but definitely expand outward and send that love out. Take a breath, inhale, hold it in, bring yourself energy here. Exhale, hands to your heart, bow your head. And let's come up and over and find a little movement in our bodies. Tabletop position, you can kneel on your blanket if you'd like. Knees wide, hands wide. And picking just one way, look down at the earth. Just pick one way, go into some barrel rolls, letting the hips come back toward the heels. And letting the weight come forward in the hands. And just notice here as you move slowly one way, where you're holding stagnancy and where you can let it go. And then let's have some slow open mouth exhales out of the mouth. A daily yoga practice is your chance to create wellness and youth in your body. It's also a place to come and calm the chaos. When I ask my students why they come to class, is it for the physical or is it for the mental? 95% of you say it's for the mental. Start to move the other way in your barrel rolls. Still those slow open mouth exhales. This place where we can come and calm the mind just by following the mundane or that mundane miracle, as I like to call it, of our breath, just by noticing how our bones are stacking up, how our belly is feeling today. Feel the stretch in your arms and your palms. Come to center and rest in child's pose. And let's bring a collective community intention here to bring that love inward so that we can send it outward. You can always dedicate your practice, the energy that you bring to this earth, the energy that you bring to your body, to this universe. You can dedicate that energy somewhere where it's needed. So if you have someone in your life that's struggling, if you have someone in your life that needs healing, and even if that someone is you, I want you to dedicate that energy, that love right now to this person. And let it expand your own heart as well. Slowly start to come on up. Tabletop position. Flip your fingers toward you of the left hand. Just move here into a little wrist stretch. Really support your weight and feel that stretch. If you don't have that shoulder rotation that I do, maybe the fingers are pointing out to the outer edge of the mat instead of toward the body. And just gently, mindfully change sides. Feel that stretch. It's always nice to open up into the wrists and into the shoulders before we come to a downward dog. And come down to forearm tabletop position, elbows under your shoulders, palms pressing in, knees over or under the hips. And find a little balance here. Find a little pressing down into the earth where you really engage into the body. So that when you stretch the left leg back, you stay steady here and then roll deeply into or roll slowly into the left shoulder. And then pay attention here to your chest. And I want you to open into a cow stretch as much as you can, lifting up through the heart, opening through the throat, and opening through the sternum. Maybe that left leg lifts a little. And go the other way if you didn't already do this. As you're opening up into the chest, make sure you're not crunching into your neck. Feel that expansion at your heart center, and left knee comes down. Press into the earth. Come back to neutral spine. And pressing down, that right leg lifts up. Once you're here, start to roll one way and open up into that heart. The throat opening, the sternum stretching, feeling the stretch in the belly. Just doing the best that you can with the space that you're in and with how you are breathing. Just expand into the sides of the lungs. If you didn't already start to go the other way, please do so. Right knee down. Press back, child's pose. Expand here into the back of your heart center, into the middle of the shoulder blades. As we rest in child's pose, we energetically open up through the back of our heart space, but we also open up into our kidneys and into our shoulder blades. So take another breath here and really expand as much as you can, as mindfully as you can. Let's start to open up into our downward facing dog coming up. If you have your socks on, time to take them off. Blanket can move out of your way. If you're newer to yoga, just downward dog is one of those places where suddenly your shoulders are taking half of your weight. So you want to be nice and set up for it. Palms spread wide, the weight rolling just slightly toward the thumb and first finger. Elbows engaged, shoulders engaged, and then the toes tuck under, hips press up. And in your first downward dog, I invite you here to dance your dog or walk your dog, shifting the weight side to side, not only in the feet, but in the hips and the hands. We press into the earth. And move into your neck here as well. Have this space, this movement in all of your spine. And take about five hand presses back to a standing forward fold. And then let your elbows come to bend and hold on to them, standing in ragdoll, and shift the weight here. Feet pressing solidly into the earth, but elbows swinging gently side to side, creating a little twist, a little stretch. And 3 open mouth exhales here. Creating a sense of calm in your body, a sense of calm in your life. Hands to the shins as you come to center. Come to a half lift, standing tabletop. Shoulders relax back and down. Take a breath. As you exhale, fold in, knees can bend. Press through the feet, reach through the arms, stretch all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart, thumbs to the sternum, elbows out to the sides. Feet come hip distance. As you're in practice today, or as you're in this standing position, have comfort in your knees. You don't want to lock the knees. If you do, blood flow can actually stop from traveling up to your head, which if you've ever stood for a long period of time with your legs locked tight, you'll know that you got a little lightheaded. So as you're here, have that generous bend in your legs. Close your eyes for a moment. And I know I saw Jody's name pop up here in the room. So Jody and Jason and I all took a lovely class called Boundaries class, Boundaries and Protections with Jerry Becker, who teaches at the studio when it's open. And one of the things that he has us do is he has us play with our energy ball, if you will. So as we're standing here, and eyes can close after you see what I'm doing, but your hands are going to come lightly away from each other, and then they're going to press back in. But you're not going to touch the hands together. You're going to have this feeling that you're creating a ball of energy in between as you move slowly in and out. And if you close your eyes, sometimes you can actually feel that little magnetic push and pull of the energy. Some people think it feels cool. Some people think it feels warm. Some people can see a color or feel a quality. So as you are here, just playing with this energy ball right there at your heart center, just imagine that you're creating space and helping to clear any stagnancies. Feeling that energy ball, maybe a little stronger. And if you're feeling absolutely nothing, that's okay too. It's one of those things that becomes more obvious the more you practice it. And as though you are holding your ball, maybe the size of a basketball, just swirl your hands around it. And kind of hold it right there at your heart, palms further and further apart. And just imagine, as you're breathing here, moving the palms inward and outward, further and further apart, that your heart light, never diminishing, ever expanding, going out into the world where it's needed, going out to help the healers heal, going out to help the ones who need the healing to be healed, going out to help the whole world take a deep breath, eyes closed, just gently moving that energy in and out. 10 more seconds. Your hands almost back to touch. Feel that love collect there. Feel that heat, that warmth, that coolness, that color, whatever it is you're feeling, feel it collect. Bring that love back to your heart, bow your head. And let yourself be full here. Let yourself be an anchor to those around you. Let yourself, fill yourself. Faceless. Hands to, or palms out to gratitude arms. Elbows relax down. Make sure you still have that comfortable bend in your knees. Inhale here, lift up through the heart. Exhale, slowly fold in from the hips. I'll turn to the side. You're sticking the tailbone out to hold the spine nice and straight. Inhale, lift up, open through the heart. Exhale, fold forward. Just feel the earth's energy coming back up to you. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, fold forward. 2 more. Fun fact about the earth, it has its own resonance called the Schumann resonance. And it is ever changing, just as everything else is. Its old constant used to be that 7.83 megahertz of healing love coming at you. Yeah, it changes, it fluctuates. Open up into your heart, open up into your arms. Feel that love come toward you. Hands down, feet together. And move into the legs, into the hips. Feel a little twist in the ankles. And move into the arms as well. We're going to move into some sun salutations. If you're newer to yoga, I'm going to be putting up some how-tos, how to make it your own sun salutation so that you can see, oh, this is how I modify if I have trouble in my forward fold, or I can't put weight on my wrists, or I need help with my knees. So I'm going to put those up as we go along through these 30 days so that people can really make this practice their own. Knowing that you don't have to have the perfect forward fold, you don't have to have the perfect plank and downward dog. It doesn't have to impress anyone at all, it just has to feel good. So we're going to move here into some sun salutations. Come to stand at the top of your mat, big toes come to touch. Lift tall through the spine, tailbone tucks under. Roll your palms forward as they reach down toward the earth, creating length in the sides of your neck. And just stand here in really tall posture. Tadasana pose or mountain pose, meant to bring this feeling of steadiness and connection to earth. Let your eyes close. And again, as though you can imagine that resonance coming up to bring healing into you. Just feel that connection under your feet. And lift awareness to the connection above your head. And we'll move slowly through Surya Namaskar A, or Sun Salutation A. We'll do 2 together. As we move through, if you need a break, you'll take Child's Pose. As we move through, if you have trouble with the transitions, you'll come back to my how-tos so that you can figure out how the transitions can become easier for you. In yoga teacher training, I asked my teacher, well, how do you teach sun salutations to beginners? And she said, well, I don't. I did not like that answer because I loved sun salutations from the beginning, and so I know how to help you make them your own. And so as we move here, please know that we can find the way it works for you. Press into your feet, lift into the crown of your head. As you inhale, reach up, look up, stretch up. Exhale, fold in, knees can bend. Heart lifts, half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold in. As you inhale, press through the feet, reach through the arms, stretch all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart as you exhale. The shape of our body and our movements helping us to breathe smoothly. Inhaling, expand through the arms, through the lungs. Exhale, fold in from the hips. Try to press the belly toward the thighs. Heart lifts, hands to the shins, lengthen out. Exhale, fold. Listen to your breath. As you come up, reach as high as you can. Bring your hands to your heart, connecting to all of the love and the universe. One more, half salute. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold in, get rid of your stagnancy and find some space. Lift your heart, energize. Exhale, fold. Press through your feet, reach through your arms, stretch up. Hands to your heart. And we'll flow here through the rest of it. Press down, reach up, inhale. Exhale, fold in from the hips. Mindful every time you come into a pose. Feel the feet press in, half lift, bend the knees, hands plant, step back to a plank pose. Knees can come down if you'd like. Shoulders press away, shoulder blades press slightly away from each other as you engage into the arms. Toes pressing down, heels pressing back. And make sure you're not sagging into the hips or lifting up too much, but really working on engaging into the core muscles. Take a breath. As you exhale, knees come down, and then gently lower yourself as a plank all the way to the earth. Elbows hugging in. Lift your heart, cobra pose, and reach your hands out in front of you, spider into those hands, bringing fingertips to the earth. Stretch back through the toes. Press into the tops of the feet. Press into the pelvis. Inhale, lift up. Cobra pose. Exhale, roll back down. 2 more. Inhale, open your heart, stretch up, lift. Exhale, roll back down. 1 more. And come back down. Bend into your elbows. Bring your spider fingers out to the outer edges of your mat. As you inhale, lift up, cobra pose. And then exhale, flow back down. With your breath, 2 more. Try to lift up into the back muscles. Lengthen your neck, eyes on the earth. Last one. And hands will slide under or back behind the shoulders. Elbows hug in, lift up into the heart. And 3 breaths here in cobra pose, an actual cobra pose. Lift up as you can. Relax back down. Don't hold the breath. Comfort in the back of the neck. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. I'm coming up too much. I'm overzealous here. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, roll back down. Inhale, lift up, find a deep cobra. Press back through hands and knees. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. And dance your dog again, here again. Here again and again. Walk your dog, dance your dog. Find that movement as you press into the hands. Shoulders are engaged, arms are reaching through the earth. When the studio is open, our teacher Crystal, she'll say, imagine that you're reaching past the earth and you're going to clap your hands together. That feeling that you're just so connected that you can extend inward. As you inhale, bend into your knees and take several tiptoes to get up there. Find your forward fold. Half lift. And fold. Press into your feet and reach into your arms. Stretch it up. Hands to your heart. 1 more. Inhale. Press down. Reach up. Exhale. Fold in from the hips. Feel your length. Lift your heart. Knees bend. Step back. Plank pose. Take a breath here. Really feel yourself engage. Plank works on shoulder strength, core strength, focus, and balance. Inhale here. Knees come down. Lower yourself as a plank to the earth. Elbows hug in. Tops of the feet to the earth. We're going to come into a held heart opener here. You have options. If Cobra is enough of a back bend for you, I want you to come into Cobra, which is right here, palms press in. If it's comfortable for you, and only if it's comfortable for you, you don't want to jar into your back. Lengthen back through your legs a little, and then lift up at elbows. Come under the shoulders for Sphinx pose, palms press into the earth. And then lift into the heart, into the chest, into the face, opening through the throat, hips pressing in, lengthening the belly. If it's too much to have the face extended up, you can tuck the chin in and have this a forward fold heart opener, but stay active in those elbows. Keep the ground pressing away to keep the shoulders nice and safe. And 5 breaths here, just connecting again to each other as a community. Connecting to the strength of your own heart. And connecting to that person or people that you're sending energy to. Slide your hands under your shoulders or behind your shoulders, coming back to Cobra Pose. Inhale. Press through hands and knees, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. And 5 breaths here, moving around as you find that space. Always feel free to take a child's pose instead. And feel free to find stillness here as well. Connecting to your breath wherever you are. Inhale, bend into your knees, look forward to your hands. Step up, find your forward fold. Half lift, heart lifts. Fold it in. Press through the feet and reach through the arms. Stretch it up. Press your palms up toward the sky, toward the ceiling. Press the feet down into the earth and just make yourself this big antenna, this big arrow, this long person. And breathe. Lift your energy. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Feet come hip distance. Comfortable bend in the knees. Right hand comes to your heart, left arm extends out. This is one of my favorite heart opening breath exercises ever. Make sure that you have enough room around you that you can swing your arms. Make sure that you feel comfortable in your legs. And this is a technique that I teach in my energizing classes and in my relaxation classes. It really is, what is your intention today? If you need grounding and slowness, go slowly. If you need some heart energy and some quickness, go quicker. Right hand to your heart, left arm extends out, and as you inhale, twist to the left. And as you exhale, come through center and switch sides. Inhale left, switching hands, and exhale right. We're going to do this for a minute. Feel the twist from the floor up, feel the twist into the neck, feel your heart smashing wide open. Inhale left, exhale right. Again, if you need it to be slow and nurturing, please do so. If you need it to be quick and firing, just speed it up. Imagine that you're clearing away the cobwebs of your heart, just opening up into that energy. When they measure our electromagnetic field, that heart energy is always quite a lot stronger than the rest of our energies, the rest of our centers. That heart center just fuels us, it powers us. So clear away your junk. Open up into your freshness. And I know from experience, the more you believe it works, the more it works. 10 more seconds. Bring your whole heart into it. Hands come to your heart, inhale, hold the breath in, close your eyes, feel the energy swirling through your arms, through your heart. Hold the position, exhale the breath. Just feel your heart beating under your hands, eyes closed. Sink into your feet, little bend in your knees for comfort. Stay quiet here as you just Let that energy go where it's needed. Lift up through the face. Bring your hands to your heart, bring your feet together, bend your knees a few times. We'll come to stand at the top of our mat again, if you moved. Hands at your heart, sit back and down to a chair pose, and we'll take 5 breaths here. Try to feel your thumbs pressing to your sternum. Eyes quiet, toes lifted, shifting the weight back. Stay big in the breath. Shift the weight to the right foot. Step the left foot back and then open up into the hips, coming up into this lifted spine. We're coming into warrior 2. I know from experience I need to bring my feet a little bit wider apart. Hips are square and level toward, well, to each other, wherever it is that you're facing. And then arms are going to come out, palms pressing toward me instead of toward the ground, pressing out. Facing forward with the neck instead of looking out over the right middle fingers. Press down into the feet, lift up into the toes, both legs active. As you inhale, open up through the arms. And as you exhale, palms almost touch. Inhale, open up. And exhale, palms almost touch. A minute here. Find your strength in your legs. Find the joy in your heart. Ever expanding. If you're feeling steady, eyes can close. If you are visual, find your green. Green of the rainbow, the green of the summer grass, the green of your favorite sweater, whatever green comes to your mind, let it expand. Inhaling, open. Exhaling so those palms almost touch. 20 more seconds. Sink into your legs. Feel that strength, that connection of grounding as you open and expand. Inhale, open up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Shift so that you come to high lunge. Shift so that you step forward and sit back, chair pose. Take a few breaths here. You stay where you are, we'll switch sides. Shifting the weight now into that left foot, right foot steps back, opening out. Both feet are pressing in. Left knee is bending into up to a 90-degree bend. Knee and ankle in line with each other, hips level and equal. Bring your hands to your heart, and as you inhale, expand the palms out toward me. Exhale, palms almost touch. And keep going here. Settle into your legs. This is one that there's a lot to keep track of. You have to hold the balance. You have to hold the strength in the legs. You have to hold awareness of your breath, the color of your heart, your ever-expanding love. Find that joy. Sending love to your neighbors, sending love to your street, sending love to your universe. 20 more seconds. Inhaling open, exhaling almost closed. It's almost that energy ball exercise in Warrior 2. Feel that strength. Open your love. Let yourself become bigger in your heart and in your energy. Inhale, open up, expand, make a wish. Exhale, hands to your heart. Close the hips so that you're pressing forward. Step forward so that you're sitting down to your chair pose. Take 5 breaths here. Hug the knees together. Sit back through the tailbone a little more. Shoulders relaxed. Stand up, straighten the legs. Left hand flattens to the sternum, right hand on top. Chin tucks. Feel the beat of your heart. Feel steadiness coming into the body as the movement stops. Feel that grounded energy of that warrior pose in the legs that just tells your body that you are capable and steady. Lift up through the face. We're going to come down for one more heart sequence, heart kriya. I get a lot of my inspiration from Kundalini yoga, so you can grab your blanket and come to sit in an easy pose. And again, if easy pose is not appropriate for you because of your knees or your spine, you can come to sit in a chair. You can come to sit with legs out. The movement that we're going to be going into is just an open and close again of the heart energy, the heart center. This time elbows will be bent. So if you find that you would like to be kneeling for this, or you can sit in easy pose, find that chair. And then as you're ready, come on down. Just settle into your breath again. We moved positions and changed how we're standing. So just take a moment and notice your foundation again. And then open up into your face, open up into your arms, palms pressed toward me, and really holding that feeling that you're opening into your energetic heart. As you inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Try to bring the elbows closer together behind you. And as you exhale, arms almost touch. Inhale, open up, and exhale, arms almost touch. And just like with the rest of them, however quickly or slowly that feels right to you is what you'll go with. Moving quicker for that fire and moving slower for that calming. I love this feeling of creating an abundance of love in my life so that I'm able to give it out wherever it's needed. This has been such a healing practice for me personally, to be able to just heal my heart, to heal the love that's available to me, to all of us. And then again, to be able to give it out. 10 years ago, I had nothing to give. I had nothing at all to give. And I also didn't have yoga or nutrition. And so now that I do, it's one of those things you just have to do the work so that you can create the space, create that abundance. 20 more seconds. If arms get tired, you take a break. But if arms get tired, just cheer for them. You're already doing it. It's just moving your arms in and out. It's not that big of a deal. You got this. 10 more seconds. Feel the strength. Inhale, open out, open through the heart, open through the arms. Hands come to your heart, left hand presses to the sternum, right hand on top, bow your head, feel that steadiness. Let your shoulders relax. Lift up into your face, into your neck. We're going to come to lay down. I'm just now realizing. Pigeon pose, here we go. So roll up your blanket. We're going to come into that held heart opener right before our Shavasana. But we'll come down to our backs. You can put your socks back on as you'd like. And kind of wiggle around into your spine as you lay down. The knees stay bent, and just feel connection in all of your spine, even pressing down into the small of your back and feeling that connection there. The right ankle will come to cross at the left thigh, flexing it through the heel. Bring your arms out to your sides in a T shape and bring your palms pressing down. We're going to come into a pigeon pose, but before we do it, just take a little twist here, side to side, holding yourself steady. Just kind of rolling around with it, seeing what the range of motion is as you go into this pigeon pose. Arms are active here, so that you don't strain into the spine at all. And then come back to center. Hands can stay at your sides. You don't have to hug in at all. If you'd like to hug in, you can use the arms to hug the leg toward you, not just leaving left leg on the ground. Or if it's okay for you, you can bring left leg in and thread the needle as you curl the hands around the shin or around the thigh. As you exhale, physically hug in deeper. Each exhale, see what you can relax here. Your jaw, melt your shoulders, melt your spine. Bring the left foot down. Keep the right leg as it is. Arms come out to that T-shape, palms press down. And then go into that twist a few times, just holding yourself steady, seeing if it feels any different here. And then as the right foot comes over to the left side of the body, let's hold the twist. If holding pigeon in the legs is too intense, if you're feeling pulling and uncomfortable, just uncross. Get rid of the pigeon, bring the knees together, bring the ankles together, and just hold yourself here in this twist. Slow inhale, fill the belly, expand the organs. Exhale, feel yourself settle in. Inhale, expand your heart. And exhale. Come back to center. Untwisting, unwinding. We'll find it other side, left ankle comes to cross at the right thigh, flexing through the heels. Hands out to your sides and roll here gently side to side. Arms are active. Keep everything steady, eyes closed, breathing slow. And then back to center, arms reach down. You can stay here for pigeon, hug in, or use that right leg to hug in, using your exhales to help you to relax. When we exhale, the muscles relax. When we exhale and hug in, we create that change. We create that chance for the body to really release stagnancy, and after a week or two of consistency, you'll wake up the next day with much more open hips, much more open spine, and just feel that brightness, that wiggle in your walk. Relax down here, feel that stillness. Right foot comes down, arms out, and gently side to side, just feeling the hips moving, feeling the twist of the spine, and noticing how that left hip feels. Were you able to open and release? And we come back to that twist left foot to the right side of the body. If you're floating up here in space somewhere, or it's uncomfortable at all, you can bring the knees together. Turn and look over the left shoulder. Breathe deeply into the belly. Feel the body release. Breathe deeply into your heart. And feel the body release. Come back to center. Unwind. We're going to come into a heart-opening Shavasana today. So as you start to rest here for Shavasana, you can bring that rolled blanket, and maybe have a smaller roll because we're going into Shavasana, kind of how, as I've done it, just kind of take the bigness out of it, so that when you lay down and those shoulder blades lay down, you just create this little opening in the sternum, in the physical sternum, and it's widening into the diaphragm. Legs stretch out, arms are gently at your sides, either out with palms up, or any configuration that feels good. And if it's too much for the lumbar spine to have legs long, you can bring the soles of your feet together, knees pressed comfortably apart. We're going to come to lie in this slightly different Shavasana today, this slightly lifted heart Shavasana, just as a place for our body to communicate all of that work that we did at the hut. So as you're resting here, as you're settling in here, feel your eyes and your jaw relax, and feel the body, feel the spine rest comfortably into the blanket. And if you have any discomfort here, you can feel free to move the blanket out of your way. But if it feels nice to you, just let yourself rest here for a few moments of stillness. Allowing yourself to focus in on your breath and the sounds that are near and far around you as you drift inward. Noticing how your breath slows down as you rest. And to deepen your breath. Lift the belly, lift the lungs. Sigh it out. If you lay down onto the blanket, move gently and slowly bend your knees and just slide the blanket out from underneath you or unroll it. If you can, just coming back to this neutral spine. And move gently side to side. And as you're ready, turn gently to your right side. Take a breath or two. You can use your hands to pillow your head. Feel the weight shift. Come on up into a comfortable seated position. Hands coming to your heart in a gesture of gratitude, self-gratitude, and a gratitude for this day we've been given. And let's take a few heart-expanding breaths together, just sending our collective love out into the universe, allowing our love to calm fears and to instill a sense of beauty in someone's day where they may need it. And let's unclasp with the sound of 3 ohms, lifting our voices together to raise vibrations and share the love in our hearts. Slow, deep inhale. Thank you for taking the time to take care of yourselves today. Namaste.